5 yards. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
What we got?
Darnold from the gun. That's complete. It's Bell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Darnold to throw again. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Darnold. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And caught by Thomas for a Jets touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Redskins 0.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Buddy up. The mic. 57, the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 38-yard line. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now it's Darnold. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety, and a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On the draw, this is Love. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Let's go. Not the wolf. Not today. Switch. Back. Switch the ball. Let's walk. Switch gears. Check.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Crowder now to return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike on side. Mike 5.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Darnold now to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Haskins to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Love. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. And I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's going to get his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground. It looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second down, Haskins throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried a stress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Ready, go. 50 seconds. Mike, go. Set, go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. Yards on the return that time, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Here's Darnold. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know a retirement ceremony is a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jets 14. Redskins 0.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams sprint plays.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. You go tight. You got tight right there. Hatchet. Ready.
To throw is Darnold. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a first down and then some. This will be caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Now Darnold on third and goal. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On play action, Haskins. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Hey, Charlie.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I know he ain't got it.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here we go, D. Ain't any weapon. Just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check 52.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Looking long for it. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And the Jets set to receive this third-quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Second and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. On first down, it's Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And this one complete to Reed. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Love. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Haskins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, D.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
In your face.
Red 80. 61. Matchbox lights. 24. Mike 55.
Now it's Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Quick, Dad, quick, lady. Go.
Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
On the catch, it's Crowder. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Watch the whip.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold, he'll buy some. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, he's a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
I did that.
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Bell. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A first down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Second and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Come on, oh, come on.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the sack on first down, Darnold, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Strip that ball.
Darnold from the gun. Caught here by Bell. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
I'm coming after you.
They'll go for it with Bell. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team...
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now Haskins on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Haskins. And he's going to go down again. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I got you.
4th down, here's Haskins. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they're going the wrong way, as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.